Hello everyone, my name is SmoLCatzZ and welcome back to Superflat Survival. Today we're going to be creating an amazing apiary for our bees that we got in last episode. So let's go take a look at the Lightmatica schematic for it. I think it's amazing, it turned out super cool, and we get to have a ton of fun getting resources for this build today. Let's get started. Here is our Lightmatica schematic for the apiary. This is a beautiful building. It's made with endstone bricks, green terracotta, green concrete, lots of beautiful copper, warped wood. There's a ton of glass in this build in green, light blue, and cyan. There's moss. And on the inside, you can't really see it because it's on this cobblestone, which will replace this with grass or moss. But there's beehives and like a little greenhouse and all kinds of plants. It's going to be beautiful. I'm super excited to build this. But this is going to be a bit of a grind to make. It's not a small building. There's a lot of glass. There's a lot of copper. There's a lot of acacia wood. There's a lot of warped wood. There's a lot of glass. I said it before, but there's a lot of glass. And most importantly, the green terracotta. We're actually going to have to get a specific stonemason who will trade us green terracotta in order to build this. That's the problem with Superflat, is getting the items you need to make things, but this is a super cool build. I'm super excited to get started on it. Alright, so I've been working on gathering materials for our next build. Some of these have been kind of hard to get. Green concrete, a little bit tricky, so I only had about a stack and 48 of sand, which I've all gotten from the Wandering Trader. But thankfully, we can get gravel in the nether and through piglin bartering, so we were able to make 2 stacks of green concrete. The waxed oxidized cut copper stairs and the waxed weathered cut copper stairs, those are a mouthful, were made possible by the bees we got from our previous episode of Superflat and from our copper farm. I've crafted a lot of trapdoors, and then I got started on the glass, which is very expensive, having to do all of this through villager trading. And again, getting dye from our flower farm and our cactus farm. And now, the next thing we get to do, the next thing we need to do actually is get ourselves some acacia logs. I think we've gotten acacia before, but I couldn't find my saplings, but then thankfully a Wandering Trader came around and sold me some. So now we get to chop a whole bunch of trees. So enjoy some tree chopping. Three lightning rods, 2 barrels, and 1 cauldron. Alright, now that we've had Christmas in July, I think we need 1 oxeye daisy and the green terracotta. Alright, so we have everything we need except for green terracotta. So we are going to go down here to our villager setup. Ooh. And we're gonna get a couple of stonemasons going. I actually think in order to do this that I'm going to have to start this going. Is there... Oop, I'm stuck in here. Are there any villagers? There are not. Yep. Okay, so you guys are gonna have to make some more villagers for me. And then, yeah, then terracotta. Give me the green terracotta, please. Thank you. Do it. Do it. More villagers. More. They're thinking about it. Don't look at me like that. So here's a fun thing, which is that we are finally done filling up our villager trading hall. I moved the last two. It was just literally the two leather workers in here. So now we can take down kind of all this nonsense that's been here for a while. Mostly I'm just looking for things to do while I wait for my baby villagers to grow up. I think we need... Do I have any cobblestone? No, but we can cover this hole up with some normal stone and some moss carpet. You'll never know it was here. Perfect. If we fly around this way, we can take down this villager moving tube. Oop, I can fly. There we go. Fourth try is the charm green terracotta. Oh, you're our favorite guy now. Alright, we only need like 200 of this. That's it. Just 200. Alright, so basically, waiting for these villagers to refresh their trades is really slow. So what I want to do is build Ianxofour's Void Trader setup, which is interesting. So I will link his video in the description. This is the first time I've ever built this, and we're gonna see if it works. And it's very specific, the placement. It really matters about chunk borders and things like that. Alright, so we have this set up with two of our stonemasons. One has a magenta terracotta, the other has our green terracotta. So in order to use this, what we're basically going to do is we need to grab a minecart for myself. I left over here, of course. We're going to get a minecart. Yep, we have that. And we basically put the minecart wherever we're planning on starting, and we're going to get in the minecart. So, whoop, and we look at our lovely villager friendo. Now, since we're on a single player world, we are going to lower our render distance to exactly 2 chunks. Hit apply and done. Back to game. So as you can see, we cannot see very far at all. Like, you can't see most of the terraforming. You can't really see anywhere past this villager. So basically, to do this, what we're going to do is you're going to aim your mouse at the very edge of this block. Of this button, I should say. And you're going to double click in right succession. You're going to wait until you get all the way to the end. Alright? Get all the way to the end? It's working! I just need this guy to get his trades to reset. Yeah, it's working. This is weird. Hello, sir. Can you reset your trades for me? The other stuff. Alright, cool. We got it working. That's awesome. I just need this guy to reset the green terracotta. Beautiful. Okay, cool. Let's fly back. Get our butt in this minecart. Get some emeralds. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of terracotta now. Alright, so this works so well, and also let's pick up this XP with one of my tools that's kind of broken. One sec, where is my ender chest? It's right here. Extra gear. I know my one hoe is quite sad, so we're gonna pick up all this XP. Hopefully heal this guy. Yeah, oh, look at that. That's just from one trader. One villager, that is. Now, this system is super cool because we can use this with the wandering trader. Oh my gosh, look how much XP we got. This is actually crazy. It's still going. For context, this is half of that total XP I'm gonna get, and I did this trading for about 5 minutes. This is crazy. Where's my villager? I left you alone for 1 minute. That was the villager with the green terracotta. It's okay, I have more than this. I'll show you. We can put a different villager in there. It'll be fine. Is that? Yeah, it's an invisible spider. I hate spiders. You done yet? Okay. So, I think we have enough green terracotta now. After a lot of trading, we got so many blocks. My only complaint about this is that stonemasons trade a lot of blocks that are kind of weird, like polished andesite and chiseled stone and stuff. But this is a lot of cool stuff. We can put a new villager in this. I'm angry that that happened, but it's fine. Ianxofour recommends actually getting a glass block when you're not using this. And basically doing this. So on top of this button. No, I messed this up. Oh. My glass. Basically doing that. Yep, so he can't be harmed. We will deal with that other thing later, but now we actually have everything we need to finish this build. I mean, we literally have everything. We don't need anything else, to my knowledge. All because of that cool system. So that's a super cool system. I'm gonna link the video in the description so that you can figure out that tutorial. I had to watch the tutorial like 10 times. It was straightforward, but there were some details. It wasn't a block-by-block tutorial. It was more of a general explanation of the mechanics and how the system works. So just be aware of that if you go to do that yourself. Yeah, it's not a block-by-block tutorial, so you do have to kind of figure out a little bit of it, and that's totally fine. Now that we have all of our supplies, I think it's time that we started building. This build turned out so beautifully. I love the colors, I love the look. It's beautiful with shaders on and off, and it is an awesome addition to our terraforming project. The inside is really pretty. I added some grass. I'm going to make a little pathway here. I just haven't done it yet. But I added lots of plants and growing things. There's leaves hanging from the ceiling and lights and beehives, little kind of trellises for plants to grow on. It turned out great. I love the stained glass and the color. I love building in blue tones, which is a lot of this is the blue kind of copper and the blue glass. It just turned out amazing. I'm really happy with it. Now we have these beehives here. We're going to add bees into this and actually make this into a little apiary. But overall, I'm so happy with how this build came out. It was totally worth all of the hassle of getting green terracotta and copper. But I think this is where we're going to end for today. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Superflat Survival. I've been SmoLCatzZ. Have a great night.